Now, supposedly they were just friends, but the guy's girlfriend got jealous about it. So, I think his name is, she said, it might be Chris. Supposedly he lives in the complex too.
Who told you this information?
My daughter, Christy.
How did she know about this?
Because they were best friends. So she confessed it to her.
Can we get your
But
daughter?
they didn't tell Julian because she didn't want to.
That was the point where it became clear that the assault was not a case of mistaken identity. Ashley had told Julian's sister Christy about her relationship with Daniel, who Marcus mistakenly calls Chris during this interaction. Now, according to Marcus, Ashley had claimed that she and Daniel were just friends, and he told the detectives that he didn't think Ashley was cheating on Julian. Unfortunately, as the case progresses, it would be revealed that Ashley was more than friends with Daniel, though whether it was physical or not was unclear. These detectives also...
See, she was trying to save face with her fiance. What you got going on here is you got a young lady that was messing around with another with a young man who was involved, and the young lady turned out she was involved as well. Both of them have people claiming to be their fiancés. And y'all seeing what it done snowballed into.
Also received the doorbell camera footage from Julian and retrieved the clothing Ashley had been wearing during the attack from the apartment. While that was happening, other detectives went back to apartment 317 to ask Antonetta and Janine to come to the station for interviews. As soon as Antonetta answered the door, Detective Carter informed her that Ashley had died, and Antonetta immediately makes it all about herself.
I'm Detective Carter with Gwinnett County.
Check out how the attitude finna switch up right quick.
Police. Are you your internet?
Yes, hi.
Hey, this is Detective Poppy, Sergeant Poppy.
Hi, nice to meet you.
We know that there was like an incident that happened earlier today. Has anyone called you about it since?
No. Was somebody supposed to?
Well, we just got another call about it. So I guess the girl went to the hospital.
Okay.
And she died.
She died?
She's dead. So, but we know that there was like an altercation that happened beforehand.
And that was mutual, and she came here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That was mutual, and she came at me. We finna see.
Yeah, we understand that.
Yeah.
So, but because of it,
I wasn't going to kill anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not that person.
I get it.
Yeah.
But because of that, we have to kind of talk to you guys and get a more formal statement.
Sure, okay. Wow, I'm so sorry about that. That was not my intention. I've been mentally going through a lot. I have bipolar depression, and I'm just going through a lot right
Shut up, Meg. Shut up, Meg.
now. And, you know, I came here from up north with my fiance. That's him.
Hey.
I came here with my fiance. Yeah. So I came.
Like I said, when people be knowing they in trouble, they get to giving their whole life story. She running down the same thing she ran down to the patrollers that came when the assault officially first took place. Now the detectives are there letting her know it done turned into a homicide, and she's running it down. And there's my fiance right there. Yeah, I know you don't want it to be serious, but this just got real serious.
Are you the sister?
Yeah.
Okay.
I came here with my fiance to start a new life, buy a house, everything like that, and I never expected him to basically cheat on me with someone at the workplace. You know what I'm saying?
So we would like to get like a formal statement. So we're going to ask that you come up to our headquarters and talk to us.
It's just right up the street.
Okay.
While Antonetta and Janine were getting ready to leave,
Never talk to the police without a lawyer present. Never talk to the police without a lawyer present. I don't have nothing to say to y'all. Am I under arrest? Whatever. Take me to the station and you just zip it up. You don't never talk. You understand? Period. I mean, even when you're dead wrong like these two, I just got a rule. Never talk to the police.
Daniel was outside of the apartment talking to investigators.
All right. So they had an altercation earlier this afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Okay, which you don't know anything about.
No, I was informed that while I was sleeping, she rendered my phone, took my phone, and yes, she deleted the messages. I'm not even lying. Gave me back my phone. It was like seemed like it was untouched.
Yeah.
Text the woman, said, hey, She basically acted like she was me. I swear she probably still has the messages Ashley. So she texted me and she was like,
and see how the officers, the detectives is dealing with him. They don't know if he actually sent that message and set the girl up for his baby mama. And they're clearing that up right now. That's why they just want to hear what he got to say and see if he's completely ignorant or is he going to give them the actual truth of what took place. But that's why they're dealing with him like this right now, because they don't know. They got to find out. They got to the bottom. They got to get to the bottom of it, because sometimes in situations like this, dude trying, even though he whatever, trying to save face with the baby mama, he set the girl up, get the girl beat up, so the baby mama will feel like you still loyal, y'all still got a strong relationship, and they're making sure that that's not what took place here.
She acted like she was me, and she said, "Hey, my wife kicked me out." She's not my wife, but she said that. I guess that's what she said when we came out in love. So she kicked me out. Can you come meet me? She used basically her emotional, the way she feels towards me, to get her over here. And when she got her over here.
So then she came over. So she asked her to come over. She was pretending to be you.
Yes, ma'am.
And then what?
She called her. She had to, because the way it went out, I literally woke up and was like, "Oh, here."
Now keep in mind, I know he giving them the story. A lot of y'all might be looking like they're snitching. He don't know yet. He just telling them what really happened. But yeah, that's really what he doing. He's snitching. Because remember, they told the officers earlier that girl came to her house and messed with her man, and we fought. He's saying, actually, no, that's not what happened. He texted the girl and told her to pretended to be me, told her to meet them or meet me. She thought she was meeting him somewhere. And all the time they am. But let's keep watching.
Say she fought her. Like,
she had to fight.
Who?
Because they had to fight or get in an altercation, because when I heard this, like, I literally woke up and I'm like, what the heck? And all I hear is them yelling amongst each other, my sister and her, I guess, like, hyped.
So Ashley came here to your door?
Because they took her phone, I guess. They took her phone. And I got to give it back.
Oh, they took her phone?
Yes.
Okay.
Because she was going to text, I guess, Herman and like, she was hurt, so. But now I wake up and I'm like, oh, she's knocking at the door, but I hear bickering. So I'm like, y'all don't hear this door? I'm like, what the heck? I open the door. And I just see, and I just closed it immediately.
How did she look when she opened the door?
I'm not gonna lie. She
looked fucked up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Daniel finally filled in the holes in the story that show the incident was not a spur-of-the-moment fight. He told the detectives that, while he was asleep, Antonetta took his phone and texted Ashley, making her believe the texts were from Daniel. The text said that Daniel had been kicked out and asked Ashley to come meet him.
When you say, happy I ran into you, did you run into her today? Or was it yesterday?
In general.
So you like this stuff?
Yeah.
Where you at? I need to see you. I'm in the bed. I want you here so bad. Meet me, please. I'm going through it. I got kicked out. Are you serious?
That's what I didn't do.
Yeah. That's what
I didn't do.
Let me put some on real quick. All right. I'm outside. Okay. About to come now. How long? Right now, grabbing my keys.
That's a whole
I'm downstairs. Where you at?
Like that. I don't.
Hold on. Getting my shit there.
Crazy,
I'll be there. Okay. Meet me in the back. I don't want no problems. Okay.
The youngster is keeping it 400 because he could have been an accessory to this thing. Had it not been that way, he would have been considered an accessory to the whole crime. Because here, look, you can hear it in his voice. Detectives are dealing with him right now. He really didn't know what's what, right?
Damn, this too much. Around back, like that way?
Like, I have a whole car. I see her with my vehicle.
She talking about around back that way?
If she would say round back, would it be that way?
It has to be that.
The case had gone from mistaken identity to a spur-of-the-moment fight to a pre-planned assault where the victim was lured out and hunted down. Unfortunately, while talking to the investigators, Daniel was unaware that Ashley had died from her wounds. He asked if she was okay, and when he was informed that she had passed away, he became hysterical. It seemed as though Daniel truly cared for Ashley and was stuck in a situation he didn't know how to get out of. In his statement to the
So the young man broke down and started to cry when he found out the lady died from her injuries. So he probably really liked her. Thing about it is, she had a dude, man. You had a woman. I can understand, situations being what they be or whatever, man. But that's why I said it's just a sad story. It's so sad all the way around. But yeah, man, the dude took it pretty hard.
Detectives, he explained that he had told Antonetta that it was over and he was looking for a way to separate, but it was difficult because they had a child together. At the same time, when a detective asked him if he knew that Ashley had a fiancé, he said no, so there were still some secrets going on. It's clear now that Ashley had told the story she had in order to keep her relationship
Pretty girl. She was a pretty girl.
with Daniel from Julian. She expected to live, and she had told Julian on the way to the hospital that she wanted to move out of the apartment immediately. It sounds like she wanted to distance herself from her attackers, but whether or not she planned to end things with Daniel will never be known.
Real talk, because as she lived, that was not going to be over with. I guarantee it. They was already trying to contact her dude and let her dude know what was going on with the situation to make sure she had an issue at home as well. This was not going to end.
When detectives talked to Julian, he did tell them that he had accused Ashley of cheating on him the previous 2 days, but he admitted that it was based on nothing. He hadn't seen anything that made him think she was cheating. He said he would just occasionally get that feeling and get paranoid.
They talk about woman's intuition. Sound like men got it too.
He said that over their 10-year relationship, infidelity had happened, and that's likely where his fears stemmed. Antonetta and Janine were placed in separate interview rooms at the police station, and Antonetta was questioned first. She was read her rights and immediately asked for a lawyer, but she made this statement with the request.
Well, I do want to speak with a lawyer just because of how sensitive the situation is. I will say that, I don't go out looking to harm anybody. That's not my intention. I do feel, very remorseful about anything that has happened with that young lady. I'll also say that, it wasn't my intention to even get into an altercation with her today. She came over to my place of residence looking for my fiance. We argued. I was hit. We fought.
Gotta keep that lie alive, huh? Keep the lie alive. She's still lying. If they already know it didn't go that way, sweetheart, sorry, but that's why I said, and especially at this point, from the beginning, you should have not said shit. But at this point, you really should have shut up. This is a homicide. You know what I mean?
I feel really bad, but I don't know.
I'm trying to make it sound like it was self-defense.
It's just too much.
Every part of that statement would be proven untrue. Not only did the investigators have the text,
You hear my boy said, every part of that statement will be proven untrue.
messages they made to lure Ashley out, but after interviewing Janine, they would find the key piece of evidence that would put these two violent women away. Based on the time codes, when the detectives left Antonetta, they immediately went in to question Janine. It's true that Janine was 17 at this time, but in the state of Georgia, the age of criminal responsibility is 17, unlike most states that have the minimum age set at 18.
She's just a youngster.
So here, Janine does not need to have a parent or guardian present, and she has read her rights and treated like any other adult suspect. Unlike Antonetta, though, Janine does not ask for a lawyer, and it seems that's because she doesn't think she's done anything wrong.
Yeah, she feel like she wasn't.
She's also more forthcoming with the way the events of the attack happened.
We walked to Quick Trip. As we're walking to Quick Trip, both of them are walking together from Quick Trip. So they're just now leaving, and we're just now coming. So Antonetta's like, is that Daniel walking? So now she runs to him like, who is this? So he's like, oh, it's my worker or whatever. Mind you, before we walked to Quick Trip, we asked him, when you go on your break, can you take us to the store? He said he couldn't leave on his break. So when we saw them walking, it was like, you just said you couldn't leave on your break. Now you walking with her to the store? So she was upset now. After that, she's kicking Daniel or whatever. She don't want to live with him no more. It's either he gonna leave or she's gonna leave, and you know she gotta leave the kids, everything. So it would make sense if he just left. So he's getting kicked out, whatever. And then I guess she was coming to see him. He was getting kicked out. I don't know. I was in those messages. I'm not sure what was that, but I guess she was coming to see him because he was getting kicked out. And Antonetta saw the messages, so she decides, like, yeah, now she's about to come see you. Now I'm about to beat her up, cause you just saved me from her the other day. No, you know that's how it was. So she's coming. So Antonetta and me, we go.
She could tell she a kid,
and
man.
she comes to the house.
No
you know,
big deal.
big fight. So after the fight, we took her phone. We were gonna call her husband to let her know that, you know, there's some out.
That's intimidating the fuck out of herself. We took her phone.
Yeah. So then they'll give her phone back.
Janine described having seen Daniel and Ashley walking together the day before the fight. It sounds like they had been at work together and had walked to a nearby convenience store on a break, and that coincided with a trip that Antonetta and Janine took to the same store that day. They were upset and words were exchanged, but there was no physical altercation at that time. It wasn't until the next day that the assault happened, and Janine still played like they hadn't been the ones who sent the text messages. However, she does admit to taking Ashley's phone, which will add another crime to their charges. It's also important to remember that Janine knows that Ashley died by this point. She went on to say that Daniel had arrived home the day of the assault at about 10 a.m. after having worked an overnight shift. He went to sleep and then she took his phone so she could show Antonetta the text messages he had been sending to Ashley. So she and Antonetta have maintained that they were not the ones who sent the text messages to Ashley claiming Daniel wanted to meet her, but by her own admission, they had Daniel's phone at the time the messages were sent.
Damn.
Based on the recorded times of Daniel's texts, he had sent messages to Ashley until just after 11:30 a.m. There was an hour break in messages, and then someone used the phone to ask Ashley to meet. Daniel told investigators that he was asleep by then, but that wouldn't be the only evidence that Antonetta was using his phone. At this point, though, the detectives continued getting details from Janine, who continued to give them damning information.
So did she knock on the door at first, or you guys just saw her outside?
Outside. She didn't knock. She didn't get the chance to.
Okay.
Cause like, oh yeah, just got this bitch coming. I'm about to be around. So yeah.
Did you guys start yelling at her before you guys approached her, or how'd that go down?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell us about that.
It wasn't really bitch. It was like, yeah, you can't see my and then
damn.
it just fine after that. She knew what it was because she got ready to.
Anything you say can and will be used against you. And them detectives is just getting it all. They asking every question they can, and she just filling it up.
Yeah, and it was just fighting.
Who was fighting?
The girl Antonetta.
Antonetta claimed every chance she could that Ashley had come to her apartment and that's why the fight happened. But Janine admitted that Ashley had not originally shown up there. When they asked her if she had hit Ashley at all, she denied it, but the detectives knew how to play on her ego.
You guys, that's like you said, that's your homegirl.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. How that happened.
I didn't go crazy though, cause she's small as hell. Like you're enough already. I don't need to be punching her, dragging her. I don't need to do all that. I'm good.
I don't need to do all that.
I give my little hit and then that's it.
She claimed she gave her a little hit, but the reality would be that Janine kicked Ashley at least 3 times, and it would be determined that those kicks were what likely caused the internal injuries that ended Ashley's life. Janine.
So ain't that a bitch? Damn. Y'all listening to this?
Janine spent about 30 minutes talking about the attack, laughing and joking about it, never once showing any remorse for the fact that she at least helped kill someone.
Yes.
She didn't know
right now that the young lady is passed away. And our people, man, hey, man. Like I said, solutions to social issues, man. We gotta do better. We're gonna get into it at the end of the video, talk about what could have been done, what should have been done. We're gonna get off into it.
At the time that the kicks were what likely killed her, but she had been involved in an attack on someone and that person died. She treats this interview like she's being questioned about committing a high school senior prank. Once the detectives were done getting her side of the story, they took her phone into evidence as was standard procedure. I'm actually surprised they didn't take her phone prior to this point, but it might be because the investigators thought the crime was less serious than it clearly was. With the information investigators had at that time, they were able to secure arrest warrants for both women for robbery, aggravated battery, and felony murder. Felony murder is a special murder charge for any time a person dies while the suspect is committing a different felony where murder is not the intent. So if you're robbing a bank and you push the security guard out of your way and he falls backwards, hits his head, and dies, you can be charged with felony murder. It's all
not manslaughter. No, no. You know, in a lot of cases, you fight somebody accidentally dies, when they try to come with manslaughter. You know, it's not murder, so there's a better chance that they can convict you for manslaughter. Whether voluntary or involuntary, this would be voluntary because y'all was beating the girl up. The thing about it is this. I mean, I don't know. That might be involuntary because it ain't like y'all meant to kill her. The thing about it is this, though. You unalive the young lady, and they say it's felony murder.
It's also charged to anyone involved in a felony where someone else involved in that crime kills someone. If you're the getaway driver for a bank robbery and someone inside the bank gets killed, you will also be charged with felony murder.
Now y'all see why they was
Of course, these charges are based on the idea that Antonetta and Janine were not setting out to kill Ashley on that day, but that idea would eventually come into question. Antonetta doesn't seem to understand the seriousness of her situation, and she still thinks that Janine will get away with it. I believe she doesn't know that the age of criminal responsibility in Georgia is 17. I don't believe she understands that felony murder will be applied to anyone involved in the crime, and I don't believe she knows how much Janine told the investigators.
Oh, so where's my sister-in-law going?
Same place you were.
To adult jail?
Yes.
But why is she going if she didn't even fight?
Okay, so I just want to clarify. It's ag battery, robbery, and murder. Okay, that's going to be your three charges.
Mine?
Yes.
Aggravated battery, robbery, and then felony murder. They stacked it on to themselves.
And hers as well.
What did I rob?
The cell phone.
Jeez.
Alright. Just hang tight a couple more minutes, alright?
Okay.
When Antonetta was informed of her charges, she seemed almost annoyed that they added a charge of robbery. Antonetta seems like the type of person who believes Ashley is responsible for the situation she's in. Ashley made Antonetta attack her by being with Daniel, and now she's making her get charged with robbery. Sadly, when Janine was told her charges, she didn't even seem to understand what robbery is.
So you clear on your charges?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. It's robbery.
Robbery? What? Robbery?
Yeah.
We didn't steal her phone. We took it so she could come to the house.
Oh, you took it?
Yeah, she got her phone back. I told you she wasn't leaving unless we gave her back her phone. We just did it so we.
That detective wrong. He wrong for playing with her like that, man. I know she getting charged as an adult, dog. That this is a 17-year-old kid. That's why the seriousness of the situation hasn't even set in and ain't hit her yet. The way she sound all nonchalant, it's like she done been in there before. This ain't no big deal to her.
We called her husband, but we changed our mind.
Okay.
Yeah, in front of Daniel. She got her phone back.
She said it was okay for you to take it?
No.
Okay, yeah, that's a robbery. The other charge is murder.
Murder?
Yep. You're being charged with murder.
Me?
Yep.
That's too bad.
That's deep, right?
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
Yeah.
No. What? Murder? I previously laid hands on her. All I did was pull her hair.
Yeah, that's robbery. No, officer, I didn't steal it. I just took it. I need to make that a shirt. Apparently, Janine believed that if you take something without permission, it's not illegal as long as you put it back. No, I didn't steal the car because I parked it right back where it was. It seems like there should be more focus on law in schools, at least in the U.S. Sometimes it seems like teenagers are taught way too much about less important topics in school. I remember learning a lot about Shakespeare and every specific battle in the Civil War, and a general understanding of those things is important. But there should be room for more topics that have practical benefits that will help people out in life. Making sure teens understand the laws and basic finance and CPR and first aid would be much more beneficial in the long run, and if students are interested in history or literature or want to have a job that requires more math, they can take those classes and dive deeper into those subjects. You shouldn't be able to get to the age of criminal responsibility having absolutely no idea how stealing works. I would much rather my child know that than the date the Gettysburg Address was signed. It would do society much more good for young people to understand what felony murder is than what iambic pentameter is. Knowing that you could get charged for murder for even helping someone commit a crime would probably discourage some people from carrying out those acts. That said, it probably wouldn't have helped here because it seems like these women were allergic to education.
Let's get to the good stuff.
Both Antonetta and Janine were photographed, then handcuffed and taken to await arraignment. At the same time, investigators got warrants to search Antonetta's apartment and both of the women's cell phones. Over the next few days, the investigators would find overwhelming evidence that the assault was pre-planned and Ashley had no idea she was walking into a trap. The most damning piece of evidence would be a video of the attack that Janine had taken with her phone. The entire video is 13 minutes long, and the first 5 minutes shows Antonetta using Daniel's phone to text Ashley. Then the women walk around the property, stalking their victim until they find her walking down the road between Building 300 and Building 700. Once they spot Ashley, they storm toward her, and Antonetta immediately attacks her.
I've been crying for 5 minutes now. You know I'm on Instagram. This, look at her right there. Look, I saw it, bitch. That was me. You know me. Yeah.
Talk about incriminating yourself.
Yeah.
You produced the evidence against yourself.
Yeah. Fat. Yeah. Get the fuck off. This is what we do to side bitches. This is what we do.
Are you ready to? Are you ready to die over? Man, y'all heard it, right? How ironic. There's no way she could have known, right? My mother used to always say, "Don't take but one wrong hit for somebody to pass away."
For side bitches. No, he don't want you.
Get off my hair. Get off me. You can't get off me. Yeah, fucking ugly ass.
Oh. Ugly. Antonetta.
Ain't you supposed to be on your fucking brother's side?
It is clearly not self-defense, and it is clear that Ashley had never come to her apartment or approached Antonetta in any way. They lured Ashley out under false pretenses and attacked her completely unprovoked. On top of recorded evidence that Antonetta's story was complete bullshit, there were a couple of parts that piqued the authorities' interest.
Super.
You ready to die over dick?
Real crazy.
Yep, you are.
Yes.
I will murder you. I will murder you. I will murder you. I will murder
Oh, Lord have mercy.
you. I will fucking murder you. Stop. You're so lucky my nails are turned because I was really doing worse to you right now. I will do worse to you. I will do worse to you. I will do fucking worse to you.
In all reality, I don't think that Antonetta set out to kill anybody. She was an insecure, jealous person who couldn't control her emotions and thought that
insecure, jealous person that couldn't control her emotions. Solutions to social issues, man, you gotta control yourself. You got to control yourself. You got to stay cool, calm, and collective no matter what's going on. You got to maintain adult responsibility because you're going to face adult consequences, yo. Reckon.
Assaulting Ashley would stop Daniel from leaving her. The problem was that Ashley did die, and Antonetta claimed that wasn't her intention, but she was on camera telling the victim that she would murder her.
That's what she said.
You want some of this, Janine? Yeah, I do. Bitch. Wow. Go ahead. Wow. Bitch. You want to get jumped? No.
This proved that Janine had not given her a little hit or just pulled her hair like she had told detectives. Based on the...
She said, you want to get jumped? She said, no, I'm good. That's another thing, man, that my mother told me. You fighting with a person, you getting the better of them, and they say they've had enough, they not fighting you back and stuff like that, you don't keep beating on them. Even if you feel like they dead wrong about something, you don't keep beating on them, man. They said they had enough. That's enough. You don't want nobody to keep beating on you if you did something stupid and somebody called themselves, you know, DPing you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said they had enough, man, that's enough.
Movement of the camera, it looks like she kicked Ashley in the side 3 times. And you can't see who's holding the camera, but Antonetta did the authorities the favor of calling Janine by her name right before the kicks. Now, most people who see the video of the assault would probably not think that Ashley ended up dying. That's what people need to remember before they decide they're going to teach someone a lesson with violence. The human body is a complete contradiction, amazingly resilient and extremely fragile at the same time. One person could tumble down a flight of concrete.
That flesh is weak as paper.
Stairs and walk away without a bruise, and someone else could crack their neck and have a stroke. If you're planning to assault someone, you need to be okay with the fact that that person might die. There have been many occasions where someone got punched, fell backward, hit their head and died, but it doesn't even take that.
Yeah, I got another story of this young man outside of a club. They was, ragging these young ladies. They was going back and forth. And some men walked up on the young brothers, and they was like basically trying to check them for razzing the chicks. Well, nobody hit nobody. No real verbal assaults or nothing, no vulgar language, none of that. But this guy took it up on himself to check the young brothers, and I guess he was playing Good Samaritan, so he stepped behind one of the young brothers and hit him completely from the blind. But the young brother had automatics. The dude didn't know that, so the young brother turned around and let them automatics go. Caught him a couple of times with some clean ones. He fell backwards, hit his head on the curb. The dude died. Even though he was the aggressor and initiated the assault, prosecutor still pulled the young man in and was trying to charge him with manslaughter. You see that? That's how shitty these laws can play out sometimes. I don't know about these young ladies and if they really understood how much, real trouble they was in. But I don't think they really cared. And I think that it cost them their lives, their livelihood. This is one of those, it's just a really sad ass story, man. One of the worst I've heard of, I've come across. No way that they thought, they never thought in a million years this is going to turn out like this. But I've been arrested before, and I'm sure other people have as well. One of the things I come to understand about when you get arrested for something, those I shouldas, they pop in your head once you're sitting in that cell. You start thinking about those I shouldas. You understand what I'm saying? I should have just been home. I should have just left it alone. I shouldn't have even did nothing to her. She already beat her up. I shouldn't have even kicked her. I should have just walked away. Yeah, man, when it comes to this right here, the solution to this social issue would have been just to, hey, break it off. Just break it off. You understand? He don't want to be with you no more. Just, hey, y'all gave it a good run. Y'all did the best y'all could, but it didn't. Simple as that, man. When it comes to this relationship stuff, man, it don't work. It just don't work. You got to control yourself. You can't lose your temper. You do something stupid, you just going to end up in that place. Guaranteed. That's what happened to adults when we don't control our emotions and our anger. Just tell my daughter, I did it, I got mad. Or you think because you're mad, you can do what you want. We've been convinced of that. Just do whatever you want because you lost your temper. I got mad, man, and I just couldn't help it. I can dig it, man. I done been there. We all done been there. I still ain't saying that I won't go back there. Thing about it is, man, we got to do better, man. Cool, calm, and collective. Your clearer thinking must prevail. Anger clouds your judgment. You don't use intellect when you're full of rage. You understand? But yeah, man, I just want to bring that story out there, man. Like I said, a sad story. Still they live behind somebody feeling like, or you upset that somebody was talking to your baby daddy. Not even your husband, just your baby daddy. You said fiance, because that sounds better. Which I wasn't. Thing about it is this, man, options are always open when it comes to this relationship stuff, especially when dealing with men, because we were never meant to be one woman in the first place. The fact that you under the indoctrination of this one united snakes of amnesia, westernized civilization thinking. It's not your people, it's not your way, it's not your culture. You live in accordance to how somebody else forced your people to live. It was never our culture. We wouldn't have these issues. We wouldn't be no lying and all of that if we understood that this was just not the way our people live. You understand? We had our own way of life, and we're supposed to live our way, not be assimilated to these devils. That's how we end up in these situations, man, trying to live like them. So I believe the solution to all the social issues is to come from among those and be ye separated, rip ourselves away from the living and the more ways and the folk ways and the values of our former oppressors and enslavers. We have no business trying to be like these people. You understand? These folks say you can sleep with pigs. These people say that 2 men can get married, 2 women can get married. They got all these crazy ass anti-procreational rules of relation and how they supposed to go. And here it is, we ain't got no business. These are the same motherfuckers that told us Christ was white. and that the Israelites are white people. Even though Christ hid in Egypt amongst all those black people, so did Paul. You understand? You couldn't tell an Egyptian you can tell a so-called Egyptian from an Israelite, according to the story of Joseph, according to the story of Moses. You understand? Why are y'all still listening to these motherfuckers? We have no business living like them. That is the solution to our social issues, man. We got no business trying to live according to how they say live. Break your neck. Study. Go study. Truly study the culture of your people. Go into that Bible. Read about how many wives, the greatest men in the history of God, of God's chosen. How many wives did they have? How many children did they have? Go read that. And base your movement according to that. Nothing else. Turn to his laws, statutes, and commandments. His laws, statutes, and commandments. Damn these devils. Got no business living like them. Anyway, it's been fun, ladies and gentlemen. Bringing this story to y'all. We got more to come, man. Once again, man, thanks for popping up in here. SSI presents solutions to our social issues, man. This is what we're here to do. You're in there with your boy, Jay Bizzle, trying to keep it rizzle. This is the other side of the game. We're going to be dealing with these social situations, relation situations, everything that's affecting our people on these particular levels, man. Got to do better, man. This baby mama stuff, this abortion stuff, this cancer that's plaguing our people and got us all jacked up. And we gonna get off into it, man. Hey, but until the next time, love y'all to death, love y'all to life. Live to die, cause we die to live again. 363, comprehend. Whether it be here in the kingdom, I'm gonna see you again, friend. Until then, hey man, keep breathing. Catch up with y'all on that next time. Peace.